What's up, nature freaks?
What's going on, guys?
Dave and Jeremy back at it again. This week we're in the beautiful Florida Everglades looking for whatever we can come across.
That's right, this place is littered with all kinds of critters. We've got gators, you got snakes, turtles, frogs, toads. So we're gonna be cruising these roads, hiking these trails, looking for whatever it is we can find.
Yeah, and speaking of alligators, look how beautiful this is behind us. There's actually a 6-foot gator right down in the water here. So, I mean, that's just a little taste of what's to come.
All right, so it's time to get on our boots, get in that car, and get you guys a little more nature in your face.
Nature in your face!
Alright guys, we got a snake, left side of the road. Don't know what it is yet.
That's a cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth,
No doubt. Big old fatty. Right there. No mistake in that shape. What is up? Look at that beauty. Beautiful little Florida cottonmouth. Yeah.
Florida cottonmouth, that's a biggie.
Not even gaping.
Yep.
Like how super chill these snakes are.
He's getting nice and toasty on this road.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you put your hand on this road, it is warm.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually, the air temp is pretty cool right now. Oh, there we go.
There we are. I
There
just
we
moved
go.
the camera and he said, hello.
Nice. Yeah, you're good. You know what? You almost got ran over by that car in front of us.
Yeah, that's a sad part
not
about this.
that
They
great
come
of a
out on
place
this
to be.
road and they are completely unaware of car. This thing didn't even move. And a car went by it and swerved around our car, just missing this thing. Whoa, be careful there, man.
Yeah, I wasn't that close. I know you're all fired up now. You're warm.
Mm-hmm.
You almost got hit by a car.
Right.
Nah, cool.
Well, this is pretty crazy. Never seen this before. An American crocodile sitting in the middle of the road, basking. It was really cool last night, so he is just soaking up the heat in the middle of the road right here. I've seen alligators do this, never seen a crocodile do it. Really cool.
And check out the way these things walk. Super cool.
Yeah, it's better he's walking away from us than running at us.
Yeah, just out for a leisurely walk. Nothing to see here. Mind your business. See you, buddy.
All right, everybody, another really cool find. Saw this guy crossing the road. It is a Florida softshell turtle. I love these turtles. Look at that snorkel for a snout. Beautiful coloration, that orange and those beautiful yellowish green eyes. Look at the webbing on the hands and the feet. They're very fast turtles, not only in the water but on land. They've got that flat pancake-like shell. very hydrodynamic. They can zip through the water to catch fish and escape predators. Now the reason he's out of the water, but we've got swampland on this side of the road, and then over here you got more swampland. Unfortunately for these guys, a lot of them end up as roadkill. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on the other side, make sure he doesn't get hit by a car. But look at how pretty that turtle is. Another nice find here in the Everglades.
All right, Jeremy, what do you got here?
We got a peninsular ribbon snake. Now look how streamlined it is. It looks like a garter snake. It's like a garter snake on speed. This is like the racing version, all right, with the racing stripes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look how thin the snake is. So,
They look like little whips.
non-venomous, definitely. Got that tongue flicking. Look, watch that tongue flick. I mean, that's definitely a sign of a nervous yet inquisitive snake.
There you go.
On the road,
There you go.
not super fast. Once the snake hits that grass, no way, not getting it. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like a wet spot on the back of the snake. And that's why I'm trying not to touch it, because it just musked all over the place. There it is right there, that nasty little musk.
All right, throwing him off the road.
Hey, you think if you rub snake musk all over yourself, these mosquitoes will leave you alone?
Not likely. Not a whole lot that'll keep these things off you. Okay, let's get them off the road and let's get out of here.
Go.
Okay, if you're wondering why I'm smiling, I've been down to the Everglades a dozen times, and tonight is the first time I found this, an eastern mud snake. Look at this snake. It's known for two main things: its beauty and how gentle it is. Rather than bite, these snakes have a very sharp, pointed tail, and they press it into your skin to kind of startle or scare you, and it usually is enough to make somebody let him go. But I know his trick. But look at these awesome red and black bars. It's a very odd snake. It's super secretive. It's not rare, but you rarely ever see them because they don't come out very often. I found this one crossing the road. I've literally probably put 1,000 miles on vehicles driving up and down the roads here in the Everglades, and this is the first time I've ever found one. The eastern mud snake exclusively eats amphiumas and sirens, which are amphibian species, so they're difficult to keep in captivity. But I just can't believe how awesome it was to have found this snake. It's got that really glossy, shiny black body with those beautiful pinkish red bands along the side. Super excited to have found an eastern mud snake here in the Everglades.
Boom, animal on the road.
What do we got here? Oh yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. Dave and Jeremy just rolled up on another snake. You would be wrong. This is actually a legless lizard.
Lizard.
The island legless lizard, which is the rarest one that's encountered here in the Everglades.
He'd be from the islands, man, right?
Which is weird because Florida's a peninsula, but we're gonna roll with it anyway. So what makes this a lizard and not a snake? Well, first of all, snakes do not have movable eyelids. This lizard does. In other words, it can blink. Also, you're not gonna be able to see this because it's dark, but it actually has an ear opening behind the eye. Snakes do not have external ear openings.
Exactly, yeah. And one last thing that's fairly rarely mentioned, I should say, the scalation of the legless lizard. Snakes, they have the rows of scales on top, but the belly pattern changes to a single row of scales. Lizards, their scale pattern go all the way around the body. So if you found shed skin from this lizard, you could tell it's not a snake shed. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and they're also called glass lizards because their tail, they're able to break it. If you pick this thing up, it would just release the tail. Now this is a form of defense.
The tail's huge. It's way up here.
Yeah, right. Actually, the tail, you can kind of see. I don't know how well you can see, but you can see here that line there.
Changes. Yep.
About 2/3 of the length of this lizard's is tail. Okay, this is really his head and body right there. But anyway, if a predator were to grab it, it would release the tail. The predator would focus on the tail, which would twitch around, and it would give the body the opportunity to get away, and it would regenerate the tail over time.
Yeah, super cool. And what's funny is these animals, these lizards, do not do well on the asphalt here, on the concrete. Like, so when we rolled up on it, it can't even slither away well. You see how it's moving now. It has to use the texture of the road, unlike a snake that would just take off and be out of here.
Yeah, they have a very rigid body, unlike snakes that they have a very rubbery body. They're able to move much quicker. So look at this guy. He's having a hard time. Once he hits that grass, he's out of here. So we're going to move him off the road, and we are going to get back in that car, and we're going to try to find some more awesome reptiles here in the South Everglades.
Get it.
Alright everybody, guess what's crossing the road right now? 6-foot Burmese python. Look at this. Is that another one? There might be another one crossing right down there as well, but look at this guy here. That is a Burmese python in the Florida Everglades. And it's unfortunate because this is the reason why you don't find any mammals in the Everglades anymore. You won't see raccoons, armadillos, opossums. And it's not the python's fault, but it's really unfortunate. There's an estimated 250,000 of these pythons here in the Everglades. He just came out of this thick brush, about to cross the road here. There you go. Burmese python, Florida Everglades.
All right, well, I can't think of a more perfect way to end our trip to the Everglades. We were actually on our way back to our hotel. This is the last night we were here. 2:30 in the morning. What do we roll up on? One of the coolest snakes in the Everglades, the Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake.
That's right. So we got the Wolverine here. We have codenamed this. This is one of our favorite rattlesnakes. Definitely the favorite rattlesnake in Florida. Now, this is a smaller and very calm specimen. Normally they get a lot bigger than this, and when you roll up on them, they get that tail buzzing. They'll get in that S shape. They let you know who is boss. This one, nice and calm, which is, it's kind of nice at 2:30 in the morning just to be relaxed.
Yeah, and because of the potent venom, people would argue this is the most dangerous snake in North America. I don't know. Judging from how sweet this thing is being, it has not even rattled. I don't know if I can call that thing dangerous. Unless you stepped on it or picked it up, you're not going to get bit by this thing. Just a cool snake. We were super lucky to have encountered it on our last night here in the Everglades.
Yeah, and I'm glad we got to show you guys the snake. You know, beautiful, relaxed specimen right here. Covered in ants.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, I would freak out. Yeah,
Me.
they're going up my pants, which we traded the mosquitoes for the ants somehow on this road.
Hey, that's the Everglades for you. It's buggy here, trust me. But you know what, guys? If you've never been here, I don't know if you're a nature lover or a wildlife photographer and you haven't been to the Everglades, get out here. This place is unreal. There are birds, mammals, reptiles everywhere. So listen, if you like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe and get more nature in your face.
And the snake?
Hey, it's
See
an
you
ending to
next
his
time.
night, too.
That's right.
Getting bit by ants. Let's get out of here.
What's up, nature freaks? Dave and Jeremy back at it again. We're hitting the Everglades in southern Florida, road cruising, getting out, seeing what we can find crossing the highway here. It's actually a little cooler today, only about 88, if that's cooler, and it is down here. But the road is staying warm. Hopefully, we're gonna get a little more activity today.
And there's a really good chance we're gonna find a completely different set of animals. Every time we visit the Everglades, we find something new, something exciting, something different. So sit back, enjoy part 2, and get a little bit more nature in your face.
Nature in your face!
There is no place on Earth quite like the Florida Everglades. It is the largest subtropical wilderness in the United States. 1.5 million acres consisting of a variety of habitats that is dominated mainly by wetlands as well as hardwood hammocks, mangrove forests, and sawgrass marshes.
Unfortunately, the Everglades are in trouble. Invasive species are outcompeting native wildlife, and water flow into the Everglades has been altered for agriculture, leaving the future of this delicate environment in jeopardy. Efforts are being made to help restore the flow of fresh water south through the Everglades and control the spread of invasive plants and animals.
So guys, in part 1 of our Everglades episode, we highlighted an Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake at the end of the episode. What's the first snake we find in part 2 of our Everglades episode, Jeremy?
This is a pygmy rattlesnake, a dusky pygmy rattlesnake, one of the smallest, if not the smallest species of rattlesnake in the world.
Look at that little buzz. You can't even hear the
sounds
rattle.
like an insect buzzing. There's no way you're going to be able to hear that on the camera. That's how tiny the rattle is.
Ouch, mosquito.
Now this is a good size pygmy rattlesnake too, just to let you know how small they are.
cool.
This is not a baby.
So 2 back-to-back rattlesnakes, the only 2 rattlesnakes in the Everglades. You have the timber rattlesnake in Florida, but they're found further north. But the 2 that are found in the Everglades, we got them back-to-back.
And these guys are pretty feisty. They will strike readily.
Look at that. I'm going to get a
So if you get too close, they're going to start striking. That is for sure.
Oh, there we go. Oh man, these mosquitoes are just as bad tonight as they were last night. Look at that beautiful orange stripe on that cool pattern here on the rattlesnake. I swallowed a mosquito. All right, guys, Jeremy is on his belly taking some pictures of what I call one of the most beautiful snakes in the Everglades, the scarlet snake. Look at these beautiful red, black, and gray bands.
Yeah, now there's a lot of rhymes and riddles and reason, and you don't want to go by those, because even though this doesn't have the, you know, red and yellow caution colors touching, all right, it could be an aberrant pattern, which is unusual. So they might not even have the yellow showing up on the coral snake. And you go down here thinking it's harmless, pick it up, get a bite from a coral snake, bad. And if you look at the head, bright red, all right. The coral snakes typically have a jet black face on the front there.
Hey guys, it's been a fantastic night road cruising in the Everglades. 2 of the 3 tri-colored snake. You have the coral snake, you have the scarlet snake, and you have the scarlet kingsnake. I found the 2 non-venomous, the coral snake being the only venomous ones. Look at these beautifully striped snakes. The one here in my left hand in front of the camera is the scarlet kingsnake. It's smaller than the scarlet snake. This one only grows to about 16 inches, maximum about 20 inches. It eats lizards and small snakes. Look at it. You can tell it's not a coral snake simply because the bands, the yellow and black bands touch each other. On the coral snake, the yellow would touch the red. Also, if you look at the front of the snout, you've got a red-tipped snout, whereas if this were a coral snake, it would be solid black on the end of the head or tip of the snout. This guy, he doesn't have the yellow, still beautiful. It's red and gray banded. That's the scarlet snake. So I'm going to let these 2 snakes go, and we're going to continue to road cruise and walk some of these trails to see what other kinds of awesome critters and snakes we can find here in the Florida Everglades. It is a 3-striped mud turtle. You can see the stripes on the top of the shell. It's one of the smallest turtles in the world. They only grow to about 4 inches in shell length. Definitely the smallest turtle you're going to find in the Everglades. These things just keep going on the road and risking getting run over, so I got to keep moving them. Oh well, I don't mind.
Let's go. Oh man, that is a beauty.
You know what, Jeremy? I think we have scarlet fever.
We have scarlet fever.
Now look at this one. I just got done saying that the kingsnake has the yellow in between the black. Well, can a man admit when he's wrong?
Hey, but we just said that's why you can't go on color alone.
Right. You did say that they have different color formation, and that's true. Look at this thing has those beautiful cream-colored bands. Normally they're gray or white, but this is exactly what Jeremy was talking about. Just a totally different
color than the one we found.
Right,
Really,
yeah,
really cool.
being variable.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look at this snake. This is a beautiful creature right here. And still, let's check the pattern, check the belly pattern. Are you for sure a scarlet snake? Look at that. Nothing. Yeah, we knew that already. We're not actually checking. That was for you. Stay still, stay still, stay still. There you go.
All right.
There we go.
This one's much bigger than the first one we encountered. This guy's a good 1.5 foot.
Whoop, he gone, he gone.
All right, well, we already talked about a scarlet snake, so we just wanted to show you that beautiful yellowish color in between that black. But
yeah, that's super cool. I like the pattern that it kind of makes around the yellow. Oh, hey, how you doing?
yeah, it's not only the color. I've seen rings on the snake rather than bands, and this is kind of like
Right, this is a ring band.
A ring band.
A band ring, yeah, exactly.
It's a tweener.
And look, they just kind of blow out as they get to the side.
Mm-hmm. These are one of my favorite snakes to find. I could find these driving down the road every 500 yards.
Shine that light at me. Shine that camera. I mean, all right, so listen. We're getting torn up
Oh,
by mosquitoes. I mean, literally, we get out of the car. There's like
look,
30
when you
or
go-
40.
You see them around the light?
There are yellow flies. If you come to the Everglades, do not get out of the vehicle without bug spray on.
This is getting ridiculous. I think this is the first time we have found this many snakes road cruising without seeing the same snake twice. We got a rat snake here, just coiled up in the middle of the road. Check this out, Jeremy. He's got an injury at the end of his tail. You could tell he lost part of his tail. Maybe he got clipped by a car.
Let me try and zoom in on that.
Yep, you're on my... Caught me. All right, there we go.
Oh yeah, look at that, right? The base, the very tip of the tail is
Yep,
gone.
right here. I'm gonna be a little cautious. It's not a venomous snake, but it's not fun to get lit up by a big rat snake. This thing's probably 4 feet. Might not look like that, but if I uncoil him, he's every bit of 4 feet. That's anyway, look at that beautiful golden color. Obviously, they're called rat snakes because they eat small rodents, including rats and mice. So.
Oh, sees me, sees the camera. He's like, hey, what's up, man?
He's hissing at you. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Awesome. Just what is this? 11 snakes now without finding a repeat snake? That's pretty crazy.
I think so.
I don't think that's ever happened to us. You know, usually it's like cottonmouth, cottonmouth, cottonmouth. Not tonight. It is a great night. Okay guys, we just found one of the Everglades' more rare snakes. This is a Florida kingsnake. Look at that beautiful speckled pattern. We found this guy road cruising and we're just filming him, show you guys how awesome this snake is.
Yeah, not only is it beautiful, but this is one of the few snake-eating snakes out here, and this is a very powerful constrictor. Scientists actually have done studies on how powerful their constriction is, and they eat other constricting snakes and overpower them. Just awesome. They eat rattlesnakes, other venomous snakes. They do not care. They will take birds, eggs, amphibians, but their main diet, snakes. That's why they're called the king snake.
Yeah, yep, we were lucky to find this. A lot of the people who cruise these roads looking for snakes, this is one of the snakes that they really, really want to find. So when you're at the right place at the right times, well, you get a king snake like this.
Yeah, this thing is amazing. Woo!
All right, what we got, Jeremy?
All right. Oh yeah, little neonate cottonmouth.
Nice little
Man,
venomous
the
snake.
Florida cottonmouths, yeah, they are beautiful snakes. Look at that red. Still got the little yellow tail going on back here.
Yeah, this guy is a newborn.
That's right, yeah. But that's a fatty, that's a healthy snake right there. Just cruising all by its lonesome.
Yep, well, we're going to get him off the road because there's still cars coming by here, so we don't want him to get squished.
Come on, keep going, keep going. Keep it going, keep it going.
Okay, I want you to hear me out, nature freaks. If you travel to the Everglades and you don't run across one of these,
Hit him real quick.
I want you to go home and I want you to put your suitcase in the closet and never travel again. This is easily the most famous reptile of the Everglades, the American alligator.
The mascot of the Everglades.
Absolutely.
Right here.
American alligator. Look at this. We're just hiking down a path and this thing is laying in the middle of the path.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they are like mambas.
We got the mamba of the Everglades. The Everglades racer. They're fast, but
whoa, right underneath me, right underneath me.
Whoa.
Right between my legs.
That was pretty sweet.
There you go, buddy. He doesn't even know I'm here.
He wants that tree.
He is not even
He
paying
wants to
attention.
go this way. Oh!
Oh, he's a biter.
getting
They're
tired.
biters, folks. They are biters.
Getting tired.
Oh,
Hey,
now he sees me.
He sees you.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking at you. You guys want to know why they call this a racer? Look at that. Look at this. Oh, that is why they're called racers. Look at that. Ooh. Goodbye. Awesome snake. What's up, nature freaks?
What's going on?
Dave and Jeremy here, coming at you from one of our favorite places on the planet. As if my shirt already hasn't given it away, we are in the Florida Everglades, as far south as you can possibly travel before hitting the Florida Keys.
That's right. Now we're going to be filming the largest reptile in the United States. And no, surprisingly, it's not the American alligator. The only other native crocodilian species to the U.S. is the American crocodile, and it is a beast.
That's right, and you know, unlike the American alligator that inhabits fresh water and is typically found throughout the entire state, the American crocodile is found in brackish water at Florida's southern tip.
That's right, so get ready for this super-sized slap in the face. Yeah. Nature in your face!
The American crocodile inhabits brackish and saltwater habitats and is found in coastal mangrove wetlands and canals, unlike the American alligator, which is more closely associated with freshwater swamps. American crocodiles can get huge. Adult males can grow 14 to 20 feet in length. They can weigh more than 1,000 pounds. Now, if you look at the narrow snout and the large armored scales, even the powerful tail, it gives this animal a dragon-like appearance.
Yeah, it's easy to imagine this beast lunging from the water, grabbing a large mammal, dragging it under, just like a Nile crocodile would.
Well, although the American crocodile will occasionally take larger animals, the narrow jaws and pointed teeth are designed to grab and hold smaller prey.
Exactly, and that's why fish make up a large portion of their diet. They'll even consume turtles, just crushing the shell with little effort. Snakes are even on the menu.
Yeah, we filmed this eastern diamondback rattlesnake unknowingly taking a huge risk as it swam across the croc-infested canal. Even with its potent venom, it poses no threat to a large crocodile.
Unless you're familiar with the species, crocodiles and alligators, they can be pretty hard to tell apart. They both have the osteoderms, these bony plates that cover their entire body. They also have ears, eyes, nostrils on top of the head.
Now, some of the features that set them apart would include the shape of the jaw as well as the skin color. The crocodile snout, it's more narrow and pointed, often described as looking like the letter V, whereas the alligator snout, it's much more rounded. It has almost a U-shaped appearance.
Right, as far as the color goes, crocodiles, greenish gray from hatchling to adult. Alligators, however, they hatch out black with yellow banding. As they mature, those yellow bands, they fade away, leaving the black color. But I'd say the easiest, most prominent feature to separate the two has to be the position of the teeth.
For sure, the crocodile's teeth, they're visible when the jaws are closed. Now, if you look at an alligator's bottom teeth, they're hidden when the mouth is closed. Now, that's because they fit into a pocket in the upper jaw. There's also a large fourth tooth in the lower jaw of the crocodile that protrudes up above the upper jawline.
Even though they're highly aquatic, crocodiles do occasionally leave the water. to bask. Now this helps to warm up their body, it aids in digestion. Often while doing so, their mouth is wide open, it's agape. And now this might appear as a threat display or even as a sign of aggression.
Yeah, but this is simply a way for the crocodile to regulate its body temperature. It is not a form of aggression. It exposes blood vessels in the mouth to cooler and warmer air.
American crocodiles typically go out of their way to avoid humans and will quickly submerge or retreat into the water when approached.
I am only a few feet away from one of the most powerful jaws in the animal kingdom. This is one old and massive American crocodile, definitely a male, but I'll tell you what, this is the only crocodile species that I would ever approach this closely. Now, I've filmed Nile crocodiles in Africa, saltwater crocodiles in Australia, Morlet's crocodiles in Belize, but those crocodiles tend to be much, much more aggressive. For some reason, this species rarely, if ever, attacks humans. Now, having said that, I would recommend no one, kids, if you're listening, don't ever approach even an American crocodile. I can't believe this is the biggest American crocodile that I've ever seen. Whoa, whoa. Oh, I guess I spooked him a little. Wow. Bonus. That was incredible. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed our bite-sized footage of the American crocodile, as well as learning that the American alligator is not the only crocodilian species here in the U.S.
And if you did like it, show some love, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, click on the notification bell, and in the comments, let us know if there's a species that you would like us to highlight, maybe you want to learn about, or you've just never seen a video done on it. We'll get out there and see what we can do.
Well, I guess it's time to say, see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
That's a wrap. So we hope you enjoyed this Saturday's Slap in the Face.